For Duncanville, Davis out of the shotgun, three-man rush. Last play of the game, barring an offensive penalty. Stepping up, gonna heave one for the end zone. It is!
As you get here, you go through the program, you see the sacrifices your team make. You start to wonder if you should give up the same sacrifice too. Everybody wants the same goal. Everybody wants to win state. Everybody wants to win a game. Everybody wants to get through playoffs, the season. Everybody wants to stay healthy. But it's about what you can sacrifice to get to that point. It's what you can do for the greater good, really.
I knew from the beginning, like even before the season started, I knew it was going to be good just by how hard we work. You know, we speed and strength, boot camp every day. We just grinding every day.
We have this, thing we go through, boot camp and everything else. We came out and we just came out with a different type of energy, a different type of swagger where we knew that we gonna have each other's backs. And it wasn't no more like us bickering on each other, it was more like us all encouraging each other. We all wanted to get better and stuff like that. Whether, no matter how big or small your role is on the team, everybody, felt equal.
Kind of had an idea coming out of the last season that we had some pieces that we can work with. Getting into January and seeing how well everyone started to gel together through the summer and overcoming different situations that we had throughout those times, we started to kind of see that we had an opportunity for something special to happen.
It's always been a bad vibe with Katy High School, and I think that's one of our rivals. And so walking into Legacy Stadium, we didn't care that it was brand new. We didn't care about how soft the turf was, the locker room. We was worrying about going out there and defeating them boys because although it was a different year, that school still knocked North Shore out the playoffs.
And obviously the build up to it, you got a lot of media involved. It's, it's two of the better programs, obviously, in the state, Houston area. And you go to Legacy, it's a beautiful stadium, it's packed, kids are wired up. Overall, great atmosphere, great game, great way to start the season.
You couldn't hear nothing, it was just crazy. It was like stands shaking.
To walk into Legacy Stadium and on a hot 6 o'clock on an August evening and it's packed in there. It's a beautiful stadium and they've got their support. We've got our support. I think that's kind of what started this understanding that we had a big time football team and that they were ready for the big stage. To start it off that way and to end it the way we did, I think that's as storybook as it gets. Yeah, we kind of use the example all the time of, every single one of us who's ever climbed a flight of stairs at some point has tripped on a stair and fell. And we talk about all the time about that's generally because you're looking at the top and trying to get to the top instead of just taking each step at a time. And, the 1-0 mantra was more of a, let's just win this game.
Just everybody buying into this, and focusing on, taking it one thing at a time, not worried about the long-term goals. At the beginning of the season, we never focused on like winning the state championship. All we focused on was just going 1-0.
He taught us just to take one game at a time. Just go 1-0 every week. Don't worry about going to state. Don't worry about who's next week or the week after that. We was always worried about who we was playing that week.
It's very important to go through the mindset knowing we was that good from the start. We just never wanted to get like over cocky or anything. We just wanted to keep it about 1-0 every week. Never thought we was gonna beat them, knew we was gonna beat them, kept it 1-0.
We knew if we stayed to like our same mindset, like our mindset during the season was going 1-0. If we knew if we stayed to that, we'll come out victorious at the end of the season. We kept that same mindset throughout the whole season and we ended up going 16-0.
1-0, win that game. After you win it, watch film, don't worry about it ever again.
Going into the Cy-Fair game, we know that our kids aren't scared of anybody. And I think that is a big thing about, our football team is you never have to worry about our football team getting off the bus scared or looking at film and playing scared. We respect everyone, but aren't scared of anyone. And, us feeding in their ear all week long that we were facing the defending state champions just made them gain that much more respect for them. The fear level never got there. They were never scared. And when we went out there on the field and put everything that we practice on throughout the week, and it was just working to perfection. All the adjustments we made, the modifications we made to some of our plays, they seen it working. Our kids just started playing with confidence, and when you got kids like ours that bust their butt every day and now all of a sudden they're playing with confidence, they're extremely dangerous.
Like it was a different type of feeling in the stadium. Like it was more loud, and like you could feel the energy from both of the sides. It was just, you felt the pressure inside the stadium.
I often told my group of guys that, that game was the biggest party in town, and we were the star performers of the game. I think taking on that mindset, our guys attacked that game and lived up to the hype. It was back and forth first half, and then we came out firing on all cylinders in the second half and really put them away. Then we get into Cy-Fair, and now we're talking about guys that are, if you think about it, Katy, Cy-Fair, Lake Travis, all three of those opponents are state champions within the last 4 years.
It's the greatest 96-hour block of time in a high school football season. The 4 days to crown high school state champions. 11 have been crowned. Who will be the 12th? Either the Duncanville Panthers of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex or the North Shore Mustangs of the Galena Park ISD on the east side of the greater Houston area.
Walking into that stadium, I just looked around. I was like, wow, me and my brothers are really here right now. Like, it was a big experience. The atmosphere was great. It was loud. Both sides were cheering. Couldn't hear anything on the field. It was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Walking to the stadium, we just thinking it's just another game. Don't make it no bigger than what it is. Do the same thing you've been doing all season. Do your job. Don't try to do nothing more, nothing less.
To be honest, that team was similar to our offense because the difference is we have Zach Evans at running back instead of at quarterback, and we have big old linemen and physical linemen. So that offense was very familiar, to our offense.
Duncanville, they remind me a lot of the Westfield defense. The Westfield defense we played in the third game of the season. They remind me a lot of them. They had the same beast D-line. They had a beast D-line, nice LBs. Their linebackers were real nice. They just remind me a lot of Westfield, and they was just making plays. They were swarming the football. They just did everything they had to do to try to win.
Well, it kind of goes back to what you hit in earlier of, the preparation back in January and the spring practices. You getting to go against a Duncanville team, it's like playing against yourselves, and that's what spring was for. Spring practice got us ready for a team like Duncanville, the most athletic team for sure by far that we played. They did a tremendous job. Our kids did a tremendous job. It was just one of those games where it was going to come down to just execution, and we sometimes did it and sometimes we didn't do it, and at the time that mattered, we did it.
At that time, when we was lined up, I was like, this is my whole high school career in this last 3 seconds.
What was going through my mind at the moment, I looked at the scoreboard and I saw there was only 3 seconds. I decided to take off my helmet, took off my gloves, and I sat them on the bench, and I got on both knees and I started praying to God.
I had faith in our receiver. I knew he was going to catch the ball. Just know I had to give our quarterback some time and let our receivers get open.
Final play of the game. Davis to step up in the pocket.
I was just trying to win this game. My teammates were building me up till they kept just pumping me up, making sure I stayed good. And without them, I don't even think I had the confidence to throw that ball.
And when I jumped and I seen it come into my hands and I grabbed it, I wasn't letting go. I grabbed it like it was $1 million, and it was $1 million to me. And I grabbed it and I brought it in, and everything was silent. I didn't hear nothing. I just seen everybody just jumping. I couldn't hear nothing though. And then once I did start hearing stuff, it was like, golly, that was amazing.
North Shore football has been a staple of this community since I was in elementary, middle school. I can think all the way back to 1996 when we had great teams that the community would follow. to all the playoff games and looking up to those guys that were big time guys in our program, and it's been that way for the last 20 years. To have the buzz be created at the end of last season carry over into this new season was somewhat special, because we everybody around us was just as excited for the upcoming season as we were as a staff and as a team.
Huge. We say it all the time, the kids say it, East Side, and that East Side community really rallied around us in the playoffs and stayed with us. I mean, talk about the first game at Katy. We had a huge following to that first game out in Katy, and it stuck with us throughout the season into the playoffs. And obviously, the kids feed off of that. And, we went up to Dallas, and it's one of our main goals. We wanted to make the East Side proud.
It's amazing. I mean, when you play at NRG as many times as we did and understand the parking prices and the concession prices on top of the ticket prices, it's amazing to see the amount of support that we had, and it's promising. It makes you want to stick around and enjoy what this community is doing for us.
And to all the community, to all our support, we really appreciate that played a big part in our games. When we look up and we see all our people driving so far just to come watch us play, it was that's crazy. That we in the band, they kept us hyped. The band, that was the hypest band I ever seen in high school football. Our band was amazing. They was there, and they was over there playing like they was in the game. They was competing with the other band. It was loud. I'm gonna miss it, for real.
Coaches, players, man, I love y'all, man. All y'all, man, y'all my family. I'm never gonna forget this season, man. Truly was blessed. I've been wanting to play for North Shore since I was a little kid. So it's finally, it's a dream come true and everything. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all.
It's been a fantastic season with the seniors. I thank y'all for all y'all taught me, all y'all helped me become. To my coaches, the young man I'm becoming today and the young man I'll be in the future will be because of y'all.
I want to thank every single last coach that has brought me all the way to this way. National Sophomore of the Year by Max Preps. That doesn't happen with a lot of the trainers and coaches that got me here today. I want to thank all of them.
I just want to thank all y'all for guiding me this year. Well, my coaches since 8th grade and continue guiding me through my high school career.
I just want to say thank you to Coach Lax, Coach Butler, and all the coaches that helped me through the years, and to my teammates that no matter where life takes us, you guys will always be my brothers.
I want to thank all of the coaching and the whole coaching staff, and shout out to my line.
Thank you to my coaches. Thank you for being there for me and my teammates. Thank you for becoming my second family.
They all great guys. Coach Lax, even everybody on the team, Coach Pratt, all the way down to Coach Pratt. Everybody's wanting the best for you to make you a better man, not just a better football player.
They prepared us for was just zoning out, and handling adversity, and being able to control what we control, and just getting better.
Well, I really want to say to my coaches and teammates, thank y'all, all of you guys, for, like I said before, accepting me into North Shore and for giving me a place to be, giving me a home, and now I feel like this is my home, and I'm a North Shore Mustang. Thank you guys. I love all y'all.
My coaches, Coach K, Coach Lax, Coach Gaston, y'all, they best coaches in the nation. To all my coaches, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for just allowing me to get recruited and just helping me in the classroom and taking me on visits and trips. And to all my players, all my brothers, we did it. We did it. Now for younger guys, that's over with. Y'all got to get us another one. Good luck.